Thank you. Dear fellow members and the most welcome guests, good evening!
Good evening!
Finally, I'm back! In fact, in this semester, my professor asked me to have a personal meeting with him right on every Friday night. But I really appreciate the warm invitation from our EVP Li Yuan, who is also one of my best mentees. And because of his warm invitation, one day I just go to the office of my professors. I knock the door, and my professor say, "What?" And I say, "Professor, please move our meeting to tomorrow." Why? Because I have one thing that is more important to do. Okay. The professor, okay. Yeah, then I'm here. So I really treasure this chance to stand here, but this is just kidding. And let me give you some self-introduction first. My name is Angel Lee, and I am now studying in my master's degree in pharmacology, and I am now in my second year. And this is my fifth year joining Toastmasters. So now I see so many new faces among you. It seems our new officer team that by April has successfully attracted so many new power from different departments, so that I can meet you today. Yeah, so great. So, how many of you have come to this meeting for the third time? Please raise your hand. Wow! And how about second time? Oh, and how about the first time? Yeah, I think today's meeting you will think it's really worth. So, although you have come here to these meetings for so many times, it's very good, but you have one thing in common, that you haven't delivered your C1 speech. So that's the reason why I conduct this workshop, C1 workshop, to tell something about C1 speech. So first of all, let me ask you 3 questions about C1 speech. Would you try to answer me? What's the eligibility to deliver a C1 speech? That means who can deliver a C1 speech? That is, you must be a member of Toastmasters. You might think it's really restricted, but you can see the agenda. In every meeting, we only have 5 speakers who have the chance to stand on the stage. But we have more than over 50 members, or maybe 100 members here. But we just compete for the 5 vacant positions. Don't you think it's very difficult?
Yeah.
So we offer this treasurable chance to those who had paid a member fee as a former member in Toastmasters. So please pay a member fee later, so that our mentors, our resources, and our this stage are all open to you. Believe in me, it's really worth. So please find Jacqueline and pay your member fee. And next is our speech project. Every speech has its project. And for C1 speech, the project is the icebreaker. That means you are going to break the ice. What does it mean? That is, the first time you stand on stage, I don't know you, we don't know you, and you don't know us either, right? So your first speech, your first sentence or stories will break the ice between the infamiliarity between us. So whenever you break the ice, we will get to know each other more easily, right? Yeah, that's the reason why you need to have a C1 speech. And about time limit, it's 4 to 6 minutes. How do you think about 4 to 6 minutes? In fact, it's really short. So my purpose today is to tell you how to choose proper materials to impress the audience in this short time, 4 to 6 minutes. Okay, so after getting some basic understanding of C1 speech, it seems you are falling asleep. So let's go to the next part. Why is C1 speech so important? That's because C1 speech is just like you would debut in Toastmasters. Because this is your first time to stand on the stage, to express yourself, and receive the warm feedbacks from our Toastmasters. Also, it's your first time, your first participation in Toastmasters, your first cooperations with your mentor, newly formed mentor, and it is also the beginning to make friends and the first step to break your comfort zone. I believe many of you come here for many different reasons, right? Yeah, right?
Yeah.
However, it can be simply divided into two parts, two reasons. One is to want to make friends. Another is want to improve your English. So, C1 speech is your first step to break your comfort zone here, so that you can improve your English later, and then you can make friends here. And then maybe a lifetime partner, no one will know. So why is C1, when you deliver your C1 speech, you might feel so afraid because this is your first time. But don't worry, your first step, we care. And we care it so much. Why? In last, maybe 1 week ago, we had SGD of prepared speech held by Bill, right? So how many of you had attended SGD? Oh, so many. And now we have a C1 workshop. They specifically tell you how to deliver your C1 speech. And also, if you need some resources for your reference, for the reference of your script and your materials, we have YouTube and blog as a bank for our scripts and videos. And if you have time and if you need, you can log on the YouTube and blogs for your reference. It's really a good teaching material. Also, on March 16th, 2 weeks later, we will have held a freshman cup. And I see the agenda, it has been filled with our new members. So great. You are so brave to join this freshman cup. And next is, we care you so much because we want to find a mentor for you. And we have so many friends here to care about your first step. So don't worry. With us, your first step, we care it so much. So, just as I just mentioned, 4 to 6 minutes is very short. So, how can you make your speech vivid and impressive? I think the most important part is not how to write an opening body and conclusion, or how to write a good title or write a good first sentence. I think the most important thing is choosing proper materials. And I think the materials all depend on your purposes. Different people have different purposes, we know, but the main principle of your purposes is to impress the audience. Because you come here to break the ice, have your first speech in front of us, you want to be remembered and be understood later, right? So we need to choose these kind of materials to impress the audience. So after making these PowerPoints, I have go back to our video bank on YouTube. And after reviewing about 87 videos, and I made this PowerPoint. So I will select, and I will try to find out what materials are often chosen by our senior members. And finally, I categorize them into 5 categories. Are you curious about that?
Yes.
And first part is, make everyone get some basic understandings about you. This is category 1. It's very simple. You just tell us your name, department, age, family, lover, who is your lover, hobbies, habits, and your dreams in the future. It's very simple, and we can easily remember you. This is the first category. Second, if you have a very unique name, just play words on it. We will never forget your name. You will see later. And next, impress the audience by telling your unique stories or decisive experiences. After reviewing the videos, I find so many people have some decisive experiences in their childhood. So we often talk about that, and that experience changed you a lot. And next is, make everyone remember your professions. It's also very easy. Since in NTU, there are over maybe 60 departments in NTU. So you are from different departments. So once you talk your profession, your department in detail, everyone will never forget about you. I like to take me for example. If I told you, I draw blood every day, and I dissect the human or the frog every day and take out the organ, and I think it is so beautiful. You will never forget me. Or once someone told me, physics is the most beautiful language in the world. You will never understand how I have some good stories with it. Yeah, you will never forget this one, right? Yeah. So you can make good use of your profession, your department, and we are certainly curious about that. And the final one is, why did I choose to join Toastmasters? When I reviewed the video, I think this is almost be a must-answer question. So now, after introducing the 5 categories, I'm going to give you so many examples. So I think, except for telling you so many rules to follow, I think examples are more vivid. So from those 87 videos, I will choose maybe 20 of them out. And if you are here later, find your speech here, please raise your hand. And maybe it's a good advertisement for your mentees to find you. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready to be introduced by me?
Yes.
Wait, just wait and see. Category 1, make everyone get some basic understandings about you. Our first example is not here. Stanley is not here, so let's move to the second one. April, our president April. April simply told us her hometown, her name, the origin of her name, and her wish on every Friday night. Very simple, and then we remember April. And next is Bang Ray. Bang Ray simply told us a term created by himself, Ten Pin Tango, that represents first his profession, chemistry. Second, his favorite sport, ping pong, and tango is his lifestyle. We can easily remember Bang Ray because Bang Ray says, I am Ten Pin Tango. Why don't you laugh? And next is Joey. Joey firstly show a picture of age distribution in Toastmasters and briefly point out where she is. So brave. And next told us her previous lover is basketball and her new lover is Toastmasters. And next is John. John told us one of his greatest hobbies is to motorcycling and playing guitar around Taiwan. So we have known his great interest and we have learned a lot from this story. And next is Ruby, who is not here. She really loves music, so she told us, music is my life. And next is Jack Dong. Where is Jack Dong? Jack told us he has two hometowns, Subic and Taiwan. And he talked a lot about his childhood in Subic. I think it's so interesting. And he also talked about his hobby, playing many kinds of sports. It's very simple, and they often list the 3 kinds of their basic profiles themselves. And next is Jeff. I know you are here. Raise your hand. Jeff told us, yeah, you are the example. I love physics. Physics is my love. And he also told us his 3 hobbies. Personality is shy and silent, but don't worry. He decided to join Toastmasters to express his opinions clearly. Okay, finally go to the next part. Play words on your unique name. Our first example is definitely Li Yuan. My name is Li Yuan Hong. Li Yuan Hong. If you are good at history, you will probably think of a politician who is very influential when ROC was established. Because of a coincident pronunciation, I don't want to use the Chinese English name. Yeah, we will never forget Li Yuan. And next is Yiru. I know you are here. Yeah, Yiru. Before I introduce myself, could you guess how to write my name in Chinese? Yu, Qiao, Yi. Yeah, and she also told us it's very hard to search her name in mobile phone. And there's one anecdote that one day a kidnapped broad called her father and said, if you don't give me money, I will kill your daughter. But her father asked, what's my daughter's name? and the kindergarten cannot pronounce Iru's name. So her father is not treated by this kindergarten. It's very interesting. So that's the reason why Iru decided to keep Chinese name as a chance to share these stories with her new friends. And next is Paris. Yeah, Paris is here. He told us, Paris, a handsome man or a capital? We are all curious about that. And because Paris didn't like common names like Jack. So sorry, Jack. Paris don't like you. So he changed his name for 3 times, but finally he met Paris, and he thought Paris, his ultimate ambition is to be different and be remembered. Yeah, so he is Paris. And next is Joey. Joey, what is Joey? Joey is baby kangaroo. So we will never forget Joey's baby kangaroo. And this baby kangaroo has so many dreams, and he told a lot about his dreams. And next is 2 girls who is not here, but it's very interesting. Debbie and Joy. Debbie told us, whenever you call my name, you will laugh at me. Debbie! Debbie! Yeah. And another is Joy. My name means happiness. So whenever you call my name, you will feel happy. Joy! Joy! I think it's very interesting to introduce their name, right?
Yes.
Oh, finally, next part. Make everyone remember your profession. Since it's too easy, so I just give you one example. That is Richard, who is a medical student. Since Richard majored in medicine, he told us his intern life. Whenever he is in his duty day, her professors or doctors are just like asking so many questions one by one, just like throwing stones. And so that in order to have a good day, they try to avoid pineapple, which means prosperous, and prosperous means endless work. Yeah, so he thinks it's very, introduced a lot about his intern life, and we will never forget about that. Okay, next part is to impress the audience by telling you unique stories or decisive experiences. Since there are so many examples, if you are not here, I will talk about that. So first example is Yana, speaker today. Yana told us, my Chinese name is Yongle. It means forever happiness. But unfortunately, today I'm going to talk about my difficulties in learning English. But when I go back to looking back, I feel more fulfilled and happier. It's really a good story and make us understand how she try to be good at English now. And next is Mason, who is not here, and John not here. Chongyi, Chongyi told a story in his senior high school. At that time, he has too much free time in front of the computer, so he feels somehow of empty. And later, he wants to improve his poor English to try every effort to join some English classes, Korean school, or finally find out Toastmasters. And he thought being motivated is very important, so he joined Toastmasters. Good choice. And next is Tina. Yeah, Tina is here. Tina told us, everyone has a touching story. Before, I'm a shy girl for Jing, but after some accidents between my parents, the photos cannot be alive again. I feel something lost. But that since I'm an idle freshman who enjoyed learning, so I decided to join Toastmasters. I think it's a very touching story. And next is Jenny. Jenny told us, I love to speak English and singing. I love to listen, hearing my voice speaking English. I also murmur in English. Although I think it's difficult to stand on the stage, but I still come here. And Toastmasters are always shining with confidence. I think I get the answer. So I come here to understand and be understood. I love this sentence so much. I will never forget Jenny. And this is Joy. Joy, who and I makes a difference. Joy is really good at color guarding in senior high school, but later she finds it's really difficult to find himself. But finding ourselves is very important. So Joy finally decided to join Toastmasters to know more about herself. And next is Leonie, who is not here, but I love her story. Life is a journey, a drama, a series of choices. Also, remember this sentence. Life is amazing because of you. So great. And there's Arthur, who is not here. Bill is not here, but I will introduce this. To say what I want to say is hard for me. It's a very special story because most of us didn't have this kind of problem. They all joined so many speech contests in their junior and senior high school life. But you find, in this competition, it seems lost some values and most of them end up with emptiness. So Bill, our IPP, really challenged freedom to talk what you want to say in Toastmasters. So did you find that? So many of you had mentioned, why did I join Toastmasters? So it's a must answer question. So also please remember to answer this question in your C1 speech. Okay, next part. You might worry about delivering skill, but after you finish your script, you might find, what should I do next? And some of you might think, delivering skill is as hard as that maybe you need to circling around the stage, or you need to prepare some amazing props to impress us. In fact, you don't need to do so, because be sincere to the audience is the most important thing. So your delivering skills all depends on your emotions. Once you say something, some sad story, just lower your pitch. And whenever you feel happy, just smile to us, just like this. Be sincere and be true is the most important thing. And next, stage fright. In fact, it's a must. Why? When I go back to this club, I find stage fright is very important for two reasons, and they can be treated as a marker. Why stage fright is so important? For one is, because you come to Toastmasters to break your comfort zone, right?
Yeah.
So whenever you step out your first step, you will feel afraid. But this kind of fear is the marker for your first step. So you will deeply remember this kind of feeling when you stand on stage like this. But years later, when you make a big progress, and when you're looking back to your experiences, your first stage fright in Toastmasters, you will find your stage fright has turned into the most treasurable memories in your life. Are you agree with that?
Yes.
You will agree with that later. when you stay in Toastmasters for a longer time. And since my C1 speech can be dated back to 4 years ago, I have this kind of strong emotion. So I just share this with you. Stage fright is a must. But don't worry, we are all eager. We are eager to know more about you. So although you're delivering your skill with delivering your stories with a great fear, don't worry. We're still eager to know more about you. And finally, in the process of making your first step, you might need so many help. But don't worry, no problem. Mentors are always there for you. So today, our mentor and assistant are just hold that for you. So don't worry, your C1 speech, we care. And your debut, we care. And we have so many mentors for you. Thank you so much.